Okay, Emma Watson, aka Hermione from Harry Potter, recently said, "I never believed the whole I'm happy single spiel. It took me a long time, but I'm very happy. I call it being self-partnered. If you have not built a home, if you do not have a husband, if you do not have a baby, and you are turning 30 and you're not in some incredibly secure, stable place in your career, there's just this incredible amount of anxiety." She's one of an increasing number of single positive people who are rejecting the notion that true love is the only path to happiness. With this in mind, we've decided to debate the pros and cons of being single.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Here we go, lads.
What do you make of this? So this is called single positive. There's a fucking name for everything now, like. Just say it, Hermione. Like, I'm not writing anyone at the moment, and I'm happy enough about that. Like,
Hermione, Emma Watson.
See, it's different for women. I think women get definitely judged for being single more. It's like Aisling B has a very funny joke. Somebody said to her when she broke up with her boyfriend, it's like, "Oh, you're back on the market," and then she said, "I'm from an agricultural community, and no good cow ever came back onto the market." So.
Emma Watson, like single positive or whatever she's calling it there, like she's got fucking 50 million in the bank. I'd happily die alone if I had that money. I'll tell you that straight out.
She's going to invent a husband.
Of course she's happy on her own. She's got fucking 50 million in the bank. Jesus Christ.
But if, like, not to be getting personal about Emma Watson, but surely eventually you need to get the ride somewhere. Like, maybe she's getting on the QT.
Yeah, she probably has a fucking booty call.
Just because she's single doesn't mean she's not dating. And
yes,
that's a murky world.
The dating scene.
Dating scene is tricky, lads. Okay, pros and cons, right? The pros about being single like that. If you have 50 million, grand. If not, you still probably do your own thing.
Yeah.
I want to go away there at the weekend, and I will.
There is a certain freedom to being on your own, all right.
Yeah, but we're only saying this about like when people move in together or not. If you have to run everything by your partner anyway, then that's a shit relationship.
Yeah, you're in a fucking bad relationship if that's the case.
You need to dump that mother. That mother.
But one of the pros, I assume, is like you can kind of do what you want. Like, you know what I mean? You don't have a dependable. Isn't that what they say?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
A dependent?
Yeah.
Somebody to account to.
Yeah, but like still at the same time, like if you're going out with someone and you've got a mortgage, you can't just turn around and say, "Give up my job, love. Do you know I'm going to live off the land?" And she's like, "Yeah, but what about the electricity bill?" He's like, "Fuck that. I don't care.
Now I'm a freegan."
Yeah. Do you know, I eat out people's bins. Like, you can't be doing that.
Yeah, God provides. It's like, what about the mortgage, kid? Nah, that's your baby. I'm just going to vibe it out. You can take risks with your job and all that, like. But then if you have a real good partner as well, like, they might be like, "Oh, we're going out ages and all, and I understand, like, you want to go back to college and get your, go on and do something class with yourself. Yeah. So I'll pay for things for a while."
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you're on your own, it's hard to do that. You probably have to go home to mommy and daddy or something.
There's got to be more pros
to being single.
to being single than that.
Yeah, but let's call it. Some lads, this is how lads talk. Some lads are like, I want to be single and just ride everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They want to sow a few wild oats. That's understandable. And there's plenty of women like that too.
There's got to be an emptiness to that though at some point.
Well, let's find out. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
I think, like, see, we're coming up to Christmas, and this is the point where you're like, "Oh, Jesus, I really don't want to be single over Christmas." Like, you need somebody to, get the, somebody to get the Christmas present for, and someone to be your +1 to those winter weddings, and, someone to shift when the ball drops on New Year's Eve.
You want to just get another fucking dog, man. No, I'm joking. I mean,
going to a wedding on your own, I can imagine that can be tricky. Like, they put you sitting at the singles table. Remember, like, going to a wedding there a while ago, and there was like a singles table, and like halfway through the dinner, the lads were like linked arms singing fucking Wonderwall, and I was just like, "Oh, that looks like some crack." Like, after all, you're like, not a hope or any of them getting a jump that night, like. But I think,
but Christmas is definitely a crunch point for all emotion. Like, if you've fallen out with someone or someone has died or whatever, Christmas can be a tough time.
Yeah,
definitely makes you reflect.
Christmas can probably be tougher than it can be better. Like, do you know what I mean? As in,
It's tough for a lot of people, yeah.
Yeah, like
It puts everything underneath the magnifying glass. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
the thing is, you're meeting up with your friends that you haven't seen all year, friends abroad, and you're kind of like comparing notes on where you're at in your life. It's
Christmas for me used to be like everyone sit around and be like, "Oh well, how was your year?" And you're like, "Oh fuck's sake, like I'm still in super value." You know what I mean? Like, fuck off. I don't care that you're a qualified accountant now. Like, you know, that's how it was for me anyway.
Now you're going Billy Big
Now I
Balls.
go back, lad. Yeah, just fucking drive the car into the front window.
let's put on the tape of me on the late again.
No, I'm not that much of a wanker.
He's got as seen on TV on his car.
I go around the pub in Rosscarry just a sticker on me back, as seen on TV. But,
For you and Tubbs.
No,
Yeah.
that going to your wedding, that can be tough. The New Year's Eve thing, more that you alluded to there. Like, I fucking hate New Year's Eve anyway.
Yeah.
With a passion. Like, this whole, like, oh, I need someone to shift at New Year's Eve. Like, are you just shifting them for the sake of it because everyone else is then?
Yeah, come on, do your own thing.
Have you not been in a pub where everybody's shifting and you're just there like, oh my God, looking at the window? It's like,
Don't know if
Yeah.
I've said it before on this podcast, but I used to have a genius trick for New Year's Eve. When I
go
was
to
on,
the toilet.
yeah, when I was on my own, I go to the toilet like for 3 minutes. I just come out then, and you don't have to shake hands with some fucker you hate anyway. You know, you can just come out of the toilet and be like, yeah, Happy New Year there, kid, yeah, whatever, fuck off. Like, but again, it can be lonely.
What was the Jacks not lonely, no?
Jack's is grand, lad. I'm sitting down on my phone.
Sit in the cubicle on your phone.
Send a
Look and
Snapchat,
see-
Happy New Year's.
aren't we stocks still there?
Oh my God, I am a complex man. The one thing I will say, you know, it's the touch of a partner, I think, is very important, particularly at Christmas because it's cold. But like snuggles, as people will say, I'm going to give some slag.
Spooning.
Yeah, do you know? An old snuggle, a cuddle, a cutch, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
That would be what I'd miss most. Would
Okay.
be like, yeah, someone sitting down there watching I'm a Celebrity, like, you know, someone to say, get up and make the tea. You know, I think that's what people who are in a relationship, and if they break up or whatever, particularly Christmas time or any time of the year, I think that's what they miss more, is that companionship, I suppose. That
You could just
bit
buy
of love.
a heated blanket.
Yeah, and it's what they don't give out as much. But
Just one thing on the pros of being single. People have said it to us, like about starting their own business or trying to do something. Like if you're trying to do something mental, like people trying to become a pro athlete or trying to do something crazy.
Yeah.
Sometimes
yeah,
that's a bit of a crunch point.
Something-
And you
something
feel
that-
like I'm just going to be single now and just focus on my exams or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
sometimes in life you have to be a bit selfish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In a job or in a career.
You can stop whenever you want now.
I'm just a selfish bastard, anyway. But like, as you said there, like if you are trying, say for instance, you want to be a musician or a top class athlete, and you know, look, I've put all my time into this. I don't have time for a relationship.
Might have to move.
Yeah, you might have to relocate, whatever. Like, you just have to do that. Like, and if you're in a long term relationship, it's harder
Yeah.
to do that. Because, you know, you probably feel bad. You'd be like, look, I'm not spending enough time, or I'm fucking treating her like shit, or treating my
Yeah.
partner like
Like
shit.
if I was married with kids, sure, geez, I wouldn't have time to come do the podcast. Or,
Yeah.
You know, be like,
So don't ever fucking get married. Or have kids.
The listeners are like, yeah,
Did you hear us talking about condoms?
fuck your personal life. Where's my podcast?
Danny B's man might babysit or something. So.
She's a tough one.
Kids be working.
I don't know. Okay, are we going on to the cons? Are we done them, have we?
Well, there's a list there of it's quite a good list of 7 stigmas that, according to the website personalexcellence.co, that 7 stigmas that single people face. That's very hard to say.
7 stigmas. Number 1, you are not eligible or undesirable.
That's a hard one. It's like, you're single. What's wrong with you?
I'm just lucky.
Yeah.
Like,
There-
look at your single friends now. Do you think there is something wrong with them?
There's definitely something wrong with a few of them.
Fucking loads, yeah. No, that's... I don't want to sound terrible. I don't think it's any good. The older you are, I think the more that is said about you.
I think that's fairly true.
In that, like, if you're 41 or 2 and they're like, he's on his own, they're like, what's wrong with him? You know,
Yeah.
whereas like if you're 32, 33, you're kind of like, yeah, sure, they're still fucking having the crack.
Yeah.
There's probably a certain age where you go over it and then you're like, right, you know, is there something wrong or what's the story there? Particularly in men. I think even more so.
Women are probably more forgiving her then.
No, but if a woman is like 43 or that and she's on her own, they're like, oh, she's very, very career focused. And if a man's on his own, he's like, oh, he's a bollocks. I'm telling you.
No woman would put up with him kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, he's a contrary old fucker. I've heard that being said about me.
Yeah, I think when lads are... If you're a single man, you're probably going out more.
Yeah.
And then the talk is like, oh, he's always out, that fella.
He's always on the bottle.
Yeah, oh, wicked man for the drink.
Yeah. Stigma number 2 is you have issues. That's probably just like we said above.
I know plenty of people with issues who are in relationships.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Stigma number 3, your expectations are too high.
No more.
Can I just say, for the purposes of this podcast, I'm technically seeing someone.
Hey!
So,
Oh!
yeah.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
So your expectations aren't too high.
No, you do need somebody to fit around your schedule and be understanding, and you know.
That's
What?
that sounds like you're making an appointment or something.
It kind of is, yeah.
He's not a dentist.
I can fit you in on Wednesday evening for a cinema trip.
Okay.
You are high maintenance.
Clingy.
That's a thing I hear people throw about someone and they don't really know. I'd say she's very high maintenance.
Yeah. But that is a very thing that is something I've heard, especially down the country here. High maintenance. That's more regards to women.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I don't know many men who are high maintenance, bar myself. Do you mean there's no where's my hair gel? Like, do you know what I mean? High maintenance kind of said. And I think that's the thing that's probably bored out with jealousy more so than anything else. Like, I remember seeing pretty girls and people are like, oh, she'd be high maintenance, that one. It's like, no, she just looks after herself, you know.
Yeah.
Just because she's a new handbag doesn't make her high maintenance. Clingy. Yeah. I'm clingy.
Yeah, it's a stigma that if you're not in a relationship that you're clingy.
But that's out of nothing, probably. People don't really know whether you're clingy or not. Like, they're only saying that.
Yeah.
But there is some crazy fuckers out there.
Oh, they're out there.
Do you see, I think some people can get a reputation for being clingy if a relationship breaks up and then they don't really move on from that, and then they're kind of still texting. And it's like, oh, your one's very clingy now. She's not, you know, she's out keying the car of the new girlfriend. You know?
They're out there, right?
Yeah.
Stigma number 5.
You're desperate.
Oh, shit.
Someone
Maybe eventually you do become desperate. I don't know.
I don't know. Someone who's single, I wouldn't see them as desperate. I think like
No, I think if you're in a bad relationship, then you're desperate. You're sticking it out.
that's kind of what I mean. That's
No, there you go. There's a bit of wisdom for you now, fuckers.
100%.
Says the single person.
Number 6.
So which one of these stigmas are you anyway, Johnny? You'll be left on the shelf, and in brackets here it has for ladies. Left on the shelf is a real thing for fellas too. Definitely.
Do you think?
100%. I know my friends that are my age as well are, a few of them, you know, were in long-term relationships, and then they were thinking like, you know, going through a bad patch or whatever, like, will we make it or not? What if we break up and I'm left on the shelf? Like,
This is your turn in 28 thing, isn't it?
yeah, it's in around that age. But like, think about it. Like, if you're getting in a relationship now at 28, you want to be getting in a relationship with someone that you really see a future with. What's the point fannying around for 4 or 5 years? Then you get to 32, 33, and then it fucking blows up in your face, and then you're like, oh Jesus. And 5 years on, it's harder to find someone at 33, 34 than it is 27, 28.
I don't know.
I would imagine, like, statistically, more people are coupled up at that age.
Yeah, there is statistics there from the CSO. But there's way more single people nowadays than there is that. I think, yeah, hunting ground. Yeah, definitely, like, I know from, like, swiping through Tinder, like, you know.
I know from completing Tinder that.
Yeah, there's definitely more fertile ground for, you know, swiping lads in their 20s as opposed to their 30s. You know,
sorry, I love how Max talks about it like it's Mortal Kombat. Did you get to the end of Tinder and go on a date with the boss?
I matched with my cousin.
Johnny, which one of them stigmas are you, boy?
Stigma number 7. You're gay. I'm not.
Perfectly summed up. the thing about being single is, right, when you're single, would you go to cinema on your own?
I would, yeah.
Yeah.
If there's a film I really wanted to see, I would go. I have a pretty weird taste in films anyway, so it's probably easier to get somebody to go by myself than.
Johnny?
I go loads of places on my own, yeah, still do.
Would you go to cinema though?
If I really wanted to see a film, yeah, I'm not a big
Man, you just give me a show, I'll go with you.
cinema man, but
I went to cinema by myself, and you know the way, like, I'm conscious of, like, going anywhere, kind of, really.
Yeah.
When I was doing the butcher course, when I was studying to be a butcher, I used to have to go once a month to DIT up in Dublin, and I'd spend 2 days there, like, and I was just be by myself in the hotel, and I was like, I'm going to go to the cinema. And then, like, I went to cinema by myself, got my food, the whole lot, was sitting down watching a film, and then I started thinking, like, I'm some sad bastard. Right? By the end of the film, I was nearly crying. I forgot, like, about the film. And I was like, why am I on my own? And then, like, but I was up there for college, like, it's not like I had chosen to be on my own.
Yeah.
Then I was like, right. And I just left before the end of James Bond, like, I just left, like, and I was like, just something wrong with me, like.
something wrong with you, boy.
Yeah. But I think
I
think you're just weird, but I think definitely people should appreciate more when you're single, because definitely I see it with my friends who are married now with kids. Jesus, they'd love to, farm the kids out for a month or so and just go back to being 27, 28, knocking back the wine.
Definitely, man. This is like when my mate rang me and said, do you want to go to Japan there in 2 days' time?
Yeah.
And I said, it's Max. And he's like, this is what you got to do when you're single. You got to take these opportunities. You can't do this when you have kids.
Yeah, that's the
So,
thing.
like, some people might be looking at you like, you're single or whatever. Like you're saying stigma or there's something wrong with you. Like those same people with the bags under their eyes and the children around them like fucking koalas. You know what I mean? It's just far and against it all.
I think a lot of people who say, like, oh, she's single, he's single, what are they doing? They're single.
Yeah.
They
are the same people who crave to be single. I guarantee it's definitely a jealousy thing.
You start getting it off the mothers and the aunties and all. Then after a while, it'll be like, oh, where are you going? Cork. Oh, there might be a nice woman in Cork for you now.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. So coming up next week, I arrange dates for Johnny B. All right. Look, if you're single over Christmas, you know what? Fucking go out and do something about it.
If you want.
Shake it up a bit.
It could end up being like Love Actually.
Here you go. There you go. And we're just giving you the tools to go and do it.